I won't be alive for long. I just wanted to show. Uh, I'm at my parents' house. We did a little bit of more cleaning. I'm too embarrassed to show you the rest of the house. Let me tell you, it needs a complete renovation. But anyway, I wanted to show you our mantle and the Christmas that we have chose to decorate and why we're celebrating Christmas as Native Americans. Uh, when there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, evil colonizers. Well, let me explain to you why so much of Christmas is also ours, at least for my tribe. Maybe not every tribe. Uh, this is the first time this house has been had any Christmas cheer in it for a very long time because my parents just stopped celebrating, and my brother tells me that things just got darker and sadder over the years. That's number one reason why you bring cheer into your home. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas, but Christmas was a tradition when I was growing up. And Dad used to cover the tree in that tinsel. It wasn't just a tree with tinsel, it was a tinsel mountain with some lights beneath the tinsel twinkling. It was pretty awesome, I think. I mean, he caked that stuff on. It was icing. Uh, but we chose to just simply do the mantle. One, because this house is tiny. Tiny houses suck. Okay, you've heard me say that. I'm probably going to say that every time I record. Tiny houses suck. We still have to get some stockings. That's my son's stocking right there. Uh, and I don't know, a nice, just a simple ornament in the house is good and classy. Now, starting from when I was a kid, my father's mother, Brotherton, by the way. Um, there's many tribes that make up the Brotherton. The Mohegan side is very strong from us to the point that Dad spent some time with on the Mohegan reservation as a child, etc., etc. But anyway, she every Christmas when she stopped being estranged uh, would send food. She would send sausages. Usually it was meats. And at the time growing up, I was, oh, my father's mother, she told me she was not her grandchild, by the way. Refused because I had turned to her to ask for, information, rejected me out of hand. I was the one grandchild she wanted nothing to do with. And I don't know why. We only met twice. But anyway, she would send meat, and I was like, my father's mother thinks we're going hungry. And this was a tradition. Give food. Now, yesterday I learned Beaver Moon, which yesterday was my birthday, my 51st, and it was also Beaver Moon. Isn't that awesome? Tamokwikun. And Wiyun, not Wikun. Wiyun. And it's the winter moon. And apparently for our people in the wintertime, before the settlers came, before we were visited, it was a time in which we would do gift giving. Ha! Give each other food and other things, but usually gifts of food, meat, and we would enjoy our time together, good cheer, story tell. It was winter. What humans the globe over have done in winter. So for us, Beaver Moon is a time of gift giving. And that is why the current traditions of Christmas with the gift giving and everything do not clash with my people's way. And when my parents chose to stop celebrating, and there was reasons, health reasons, the fact that they were getting apathetic and the house had gotten unhealthy reasons, and then there was also the fact that they were told Christmas was white holiday. So racist reasons that they killed our family tradition. So when I learned our traditional side of this holiday season, I said, all right, I remember how we used to do things as a kid to a point. I remember. And I'm just going to go back to doing them. And I will teach my son them if he'll come over and visit. And he never writes, he never calls, he never visits. And I have decided, y'all, if you know anything, been on my channel long enough, you know that my tree that I have at my house usually is covered in mushrooms because I found out really cool things about mushrooms and Christmas trees and thought that was just a blast. Well, now I have a reason. There is a story about the pine trees and the seven sisters. Uh, so even though that is a overseas tradition, I see no reason to chuck the pine tree because of our stories with the trees. But I will now. I have to get some beavers, guys. I need to get like a decorative beaver. And you'll note that Mom and Dad's nativity had lost its baby. So we put a little bitty Santa. I did have this one as their baby, like this. So it was a snow baby. This baby is older than me. He's a cool baby. But then my husband found that baby because we lost the baby. But it's okay. You know, it's fine. So I might turn him into a native. I might get like a native baby or something, you know. But anyway, anyway, yeah. So I will get some beavers, and because it's Beaver Moon, and maybe instead of and maybe basically I will over the years be adding symbolism to symbolize more what this holiday season is towards my people. As I said a couple of years ago on my blog about instead of killing the house cheer, and I'm telling you from experience what killing the cheer does to your home. It destroys your family. It separates you. It breaks ties. This whole accusing holidays of being evil and racist thing, I don't agree with it because I see the damage it does when you take this bit of very important culture out of your home. Instead, take it and make it your own. Don't root it out. Don't do some cult thing. Don't hurt your kids with it. Just make it your own. And in my case, I now know that a lot of what we did already was my own. And I am just so excited that I can bring it back. And I recommend this for everyone. If you can, bring it back. Do what you can. Remember, don't just give up and walk away. As you know, my home was broken and destroyed. I only got a couple of weeks of reconciliation with my mother and didn't really get to talk to my father. I mean, we were talking, but it was never the same. Don't do this to your family. But I'm pretty excited. Put a big old beaver right there. What y'all think? Yeah, beaver. Oh my God, I'm so excited. If I can find the right beaver figurine, it'll be our Christmas beaver. I had been doing Nahum, turkey to you. Nahum, but that's a Thanksgiving guy anyway. And I have my reasons for Thanksgiving as well, which is another lecture for another day. My mother made that. I remember watching her make it. She made a whole set. We've got the rest put away. I don't know where that came from, but she was into bears because they represent healing. Haha, surprise! Native American reference again, even though it's disguised up. I don't know where that came from, but it's kind of weird and cute. And then I noticed Mom had bought a whole set of these, but it looks like this is the only survivor. This is, I put this here to represent bounty and plantiness and the food that we give each other. This is another ornament my mother made. My son made that. More bountiful plentiness. I don't know, why not? She was in the box. Does anybody know what this green item is? And again, like I said, my mother was into bears. But I need a beaver. And I'm into wolf sock foxes. Because that's my animal. And woodpeckers. So yeah, I'm excited. And I know that my parents come by once in a while and they'll be seeing what I'm doing. And they're in a place where they can understand and listen better. So I'm not worried about that either. I'm just excited that I learned this cool thing that made me remember things like, you know, like I had experienced it and then the family sadly forgot. It's kind of like the word, huh. My mother would go, Katrina, and I'd go, huh. And a white friend of mine lectured me and said, you should say, ma'am, huh is disrespectful. Well, now I know my family was actually speaking our last word that we remembered. Huh is very respectful. I've said this many times to other people. Huh is very respectful. It's basically it's an honorific. So I've been struggling to go back to saying huh ever since. And to hell with anyone who tells me I'm being rude. Make things your own, guys. Keep your cheer and make things your own. My brother was very happy to hear that I would be decorating the mantle. He looked at the fireplace and he said, I would like that. And it's like, good, because, you know, this is a cold time when people would be shut in and the hunters would go out into the snow once in a while, but you would mostly stay where it was warm so you could survive. It was a time when we would do camaraderie and we would visit with each other. Our storytellers would tell stories, some true, some not. Our artists would put art on the walls or the sides of our lodges. We would make things. We would share food. Sometimes babies were born. I didn't really care one way or the other, but now that I have a fuller understanding of the importance of this season, I'm really glad that I was born during Beaver Moon. I think that's a pretty honorable time. And I don't care if you agree. But I'm done rambling. If I can just tell this to stop. How do you tell it to stop? Should I sing you a song while I struggle with this?